meeting to order. We'll start with the pledge by Councilwoman Carter.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Brett, if you could call the roll, please.
Councilman Blaisdell.
Present.
Councilwoman Kerr. Present. Councilman Froelich.
Present.
Councilman Isakson.
Present.
Supervisor Zalotnik.
Present.
And Attorney Craig.
I'm here.
As we begin here, I want to take a moment and apologize for the late posting of our agenda for tonight's meeting. There were delays in us getting to work due to the fact that the computers for both the confidential secretary and the supervisor had been wiped clean, which required our IT firm to come in actually on his vacation and work on Thursday and Friday on our computers on his vacation. Then he came in on Monday to firm things up again. And this took some time, so we had to restore programs, reconnect to the printers, and solve some other computer and network issues. The members of this board are 5 people from very different backgrounds, educations, and skill sets. What we do have are a few things in common: a desire to give back to the community, and to do what they feel is best for the town. We might not always agree on what that is or how to get it done, but that is our goal. It is my hope for the coming year that we remember why we are here and who we are here to serve. We do have some opportunities ahead of us this year. The Facilities Committee with Councilman Froelich will be addressing the fueling station and the cold storage building, and will continue to make progress on town hall plans. A review of the Heritage Springs sewer system rates and physical inspection of the equipment is needed. That's required to be done every 5 years. We are going to explore the possibility of adding solar to the community center to reduce costs in that building, and I'm looking forward to the formation of a committee to look at the Route 50 corridor for potential economic development. We've had a few inquiries from people who want to be on the board to do that, and so we'll be starting that up probably in February. Lastly, I have been named to the following committees at the county: Veterans Affairs, which will oversee programs for veterans throughout the county; Health and Social Services, that group oversees all the county's health programs; Real Property Tax, and that committee has general oversight of the county's real property tax enforcement proceedings; and lastly, I've been appointed to a Buildings and Grounds Committee, which I was especially pleased with because that will give me a chance to monitor what's going on at the airport and report back directly to you guys if anything is being planned. That being said, is everybody ready? Okay. Resolution 1 of 2020 to approve the following contributions and approving the supervisor to sign said contracts and to authorize town attorney to draft the following contracts. Boston Spa Library, $41,000. Swimming pool, $16,000. Falling Leaves, $500. Family Fun Day, $1,500. And the Boston Spa Easter Egg Hunt, $250. The Falling Leaves and the Family Fun Day are contingent upon the village re-upping those. If they don't, obviously we won't be contributing to those activities. Do I keep going, or do I need a motion on each resolution?
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Any discussion?
Just out of curiosity, why would we fund them if they are programs right now?
Well, I haven't heard from the mayor yet if he's planning on reintroducing them for.
They didn't have them last year, right?
That's correct, but the mayor was looking into that, so he hasn't made a decision yet. If I hear from him that we're not, we'll make an announcement and we won't do those.
It'll go back in the budget.
Right.
Ready? Councilman Blaisdell.
Yes.
Councilwoman Kerr.
Yes.
Councilman Froelich.
Yes.
Councilman Isakson.
Yes.
Supervisor Zalotnik.
Yes.
I'll get there, I promise.
Resolution 2 of 2020 to approve the following contributions and approving the supervisor to sign said contracts and authorizing the town attorney to draft the following contracts. Boston Area Recreation Commission, $17,820. Friends of Decatur-Ross, $1,000. Brookside Museum, $3,500. Gateway House of Peace, $3,000. National Body Museum, $500. VFW, $500. Wood Waste Reduction Services, 8 hours at $3,500 an hour. PC Richards Electrical, $85 an hour. Saratoga County Office for the Aging, $29.90 for nutrition and $2,990 for transportation. The Area Community Center, $17,000. Attorney for Planning and Zoning, $21,000. The Community Ambulance Corps, $566,000. $566,086. American Legion, $500. Captain Services, $7,500. Boston Area Seniors, $12,250. Boston Spa Fire Protection District, $355,599. Harmony Corners, $5,683.42. Milton Fire District Number 1, $663,749. Also, a fuel agreement with the Community Ambulance Corps and the Milton Fire District Number 1.
Can I ask you a quick question before you go?
Sure.
As I said in my email to you the other day, the Milton Fire District is not part of the Fire Protection District. We have no contract with the Milton Fire District to sign. All we do is collect the taxes.
Okay, I must have misread it. How do you want me to word
That
it?
shouldn't even be in there, to be honest with
Where's the zoning here tonight?
you. No.
No. That money just, it's collected.
It's a
but
pass-through.
It's a pass-through, right? Okay. All right, then, what do we do, take it off?
I would think so.
Okay,
Well, let me remove it. It's in there, it's past, it's the correct dollar amount, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's not here or there. We're certainly not doing an additional 566.
I'm sure they wouldn't mind it.
but if Jim says it's okay, leave it, it's a pass-through, right, you said though? Okay, let's just leave it then. And I'm sorry for any confusion. We still need a motion, yep.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Councilman Blaisdell?
Yes.
Councilwoman Kerr?
Yes.
Councilman Frolich?
Yes.
Councilman Isakson?
Yes.
Supervisor Zalati?
Yes. Vote resolution number 3 of 2020 to approve the Saratogan as the official town newspaper.
I'll make that motion.
Second?
Any discussion? Councilman Blaisdell?
Yes.
Councilwoman Kerr?
Yes.
Councilman Frolich?
Yes.
Councilman Isakson?
Yes.
Supervisor Zalati?
Yes. Resolution number 4 of 2020 to approve the Daily Gazette as official town newspaper.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Councilman Blaisdell?
Yes.
Councilwoman Kerr?
Yes.
Councilman Frolich?
Yes.
Councilman Isakson?
Yes.
Supervisor Zalati?
Yes. Resolution number 5 of 2020 to approve the following appointments: William Lewis, multiple building inspector; Inspector Mark DeLong, provisional deputy multiple building inspector; and Darlene M. Allen, comptroller. Her term is set by state law.
Go ahead, Ray.
I'll make that motion.
Gotta get your feet wet. I'll second that.
Any discussion? Councilman Blaisdell?
Yes.
Councilwoman Kerr?
Yes.
Councilman Frolich?
Yes.
Councilman Isakson?
Yes.
Supervisor Zalati?
Yes. Resolution number 6 of 2020 to adopt the 2020 Town of Milton salary hourly schedule per the 2020 Town of Milton budget, effective January 1st, 2020, as attached. Step raises are noted and will be issued upon employee anniversary dates in accordance with the employee manual in the town code. If anybody wishes to see that, or you have a copy of it, that's there. I don't really want to read everybody's pay there. So if we can have a motion or a second for resolution number 6, yes.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Any discussion? Councilman Blaisdell?
Yes.
Councilwoman Kerr?
Yes.
Councilman Frolich?
Yes.
Councilman Isakson?
Yes.
Supervisor Zalati?
Yes. Resolution number 7, to authorize the supervisor to invest town funds in a day-to-day accounts, certificates of deposit, and to use the Boston Spa National Bank, Adirondack Trust Company, and Key Bank as town depositories of funds, and to accept votes for CDs.
So moved.
Any discussion?
I'll second.
Dr.
Frank, thank
Oh,
you.
Frank, I didn't hear, I'm sorry.
Any discussion?
I've had a brief conversation with our town controller. She is going to try to look around and see if other institutions and banks are offering slightly better rates. We all know rates aren't anywhere near what they should be, but if we can pick up 0.5%, or 0.5% would be great. If we could pick up, 0.25% someplace, that would be money that the town, could get. So she's gonna do a little bit of research on that, just so everybody's aware. It may turn out where we are is as good as we're gonna get, but we're gonna look into that.
Councilman Blaisdell?
Yes.
Councilwoman Kerr?
Yes,
Councilman Froelich?
Yes.
Councilman Isakson?
Yes.
Okay, Supervisor Zalotnik?
Yes. Resolution number 8, to accept the following appointments to town committees as suggested by supervisor. Budget committee will be myself, Darlene Allen, Jim Fry, John Froelich, Sarah Mercado, and Mike Iacolucci. Facilities committee will be John Munter the Younger, John Froelich, Mark DeLong, and Barbara Kerr. Personnel committee would be myself and Frank Blaisdell. Health insurance committee is Darlene Allen, Bob Vandy, and Gina Fox. Youth Bureau will be Meg Stevens. Disaster preparedness will remain the same as last year. Bill Lewis at the chair, Paul Morosi, Joseph Spofford, John Froelich, Ray Otten, Glenn Bowers Jr., Richard Wiseman, and Kevin Crowe. Seniors and Veterans Affairs, Barbara Kerr, Neil Sherman, and Tom Harris. The handbook committee will be Ryan Isakson, Darlene Allen, Rob Keim, Barbara Kerr, and Denise Swalen. Historic places and structures is Karen Stalters, Denise Swalen, James Richmond, and Brenda Howe. And our open space and farm protection will be Frank Blaisdell, Marianne Morgan, Linda Buccino, Eric Smasnow, Patty Kelsey, Kim McCartney.
Betty? Kim, Mike, Maddie, and Alex are on historic structures.
Oh, there's a space in there.
Some to the
That's right,
corner, they probably.
We got-
There's also a little bit of trouble between Windows 7 and Windows 10. It doesn't quite work the way we want it to work, so my apologies there. All right, historic structures, leaving off with Brenda, was Kim McCartney, Michael and Maddie Shallon, I should know that, I went to school with Mike, and Allison Saul. And then going back, sorry folks, open space is Frank Blaisdell, Marianne Morgan, Linda Buccino, Eric Smasnow, and Patty Kelsey. So that's resolution number 8.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Any discussion?
Yes, I have to make a statement. 2 years ago, when I was found in violation of the ethics code for not disclosing that a person had worked on my political campaign, or that I knew a person, I need to disclose that. I am related to John Munter Jr. I shouldn't call him Junior because he's not, right? I know the 5 chiefs, or the 6 chiefs down there very well, and no, I don't have a political committee, so nobody's working on it.
I think we've come to realize, John, that in a town like this, if we're going to have big committees like that, people are going to know people, and I appreciate you being open like that.
Councilman Blaisdell?
Yes.
Councilwoman Kerr?
Yes,
Councilman Froelich?
Yes,
Councilman Isakson?
Yes.
Supervisor Zalotnik?
Yes. Resolution number 9 of 2020 to authorize reimbursement for the cost of food, lodging, and for mileage at the federal reimbursement rate for town officials while on town business.
so moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Councilman Blaisdell?
Yes.
Councilwoman Kerr?
yes,
Councilman Froelich?
Yes,
Councilman Isakson?
Yes.
Supervisor Zalotnik?
Yes. Resolution number 10 to authorize the highway superintendent to spend $2,509,140 in highway funds for general repairs and improvements.
So moved?
I'll second.
Any discussion? Councilman Blaisdell?
Yes.
Councilwoman Carr?
Yes.
Councilman Frolich?
Yes.
Councilman Isakson?
Yes.
Supervisor Zalata?
Yes. Resolution number 11, to approve the payment of the annual dues of $1,200 to the Association of Towns.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Councilman Blaisdell?
Yes.
Councilwoman Carr?
Yes.
Councilman Frolich?
Yes.
Councilman Isakson?
Yes.
Supervisor Zalata?
Yes. Resolution number 12, to appoint Jason Miller to the position of Deputy Highway Superintendent, Foreman, Russell Whitney as Foreman, Bill Wade as Highway Safety Officer, at the salaries per the 2020 salary schedule as recommended by Highway Superintendent Forbes.
I'll make that motion.
Second?
Any discussion? Councilman Blaisdell?
Yes.
Councilwoman Carr?
Yes.
Councilman Frolich?
Yes.
Councilman Isakson?
Yes.
Supervisor Zalata?
Yes. Resolution number 13, to appoint Councilwoman Barbara Kerr to the position of Deputy Supervisor at a salary per the 2020 salary schedule.
So moved.
I'll second.
Any discussion? Councilman Blaisdell?
Yes.
Councilwoman Carr?
Abstain.
Councilman Frolich?
Yes.
Councilman Isakson?
Yes.
Supervisor Zalata?
Yes. Resolution number 14, to approve the Town of Milton Highway Department to work with the Village of Ballston Spa, the Town of Galway, Town of Ballston, Town of Malta, Town of Greenfield, Town of Providence, and any other municipality on a joint municipal understanding, shared services. Mostly limited to the county, right, Dave?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think if it's without, if it extends out of the county for any circumstances, I think it would have to come before the board.
I'll make that motion, so.
Second?
Any discussion? Councilman Blaisdell?
Yes.
Councilwoman Carr?
Yes.
Councilman Frolich?
Yes.
Councilman Isakson?
Yes.
Supervisor Zalata?
Yes. Motion number 15, to authorize the providing of uniforms for the building inspector, deputy building inspectors, and dog control officer, not to exceed $350 per person.
So moved.
I'll second.
Any discussion? Councilman Blaisdell?
Yes.
Councilwoman Carr?
Yes.
Councilman Frolich?
Yes.
Councilman Isakson?
Yes.
Supervisor Zalata?
Yes. Resolution number 16, to approve the Town of Milton zoning fee schedule and permit as attached.
So moved?
Second.
Any discussion? Councilman Blaisdell?
Yes.
Councilwoman Carr?
Yes.
Councilman Frolich?
Yes.
Councilman Isakson?
Yes.
Supervisor Zalata?
Yes. Motion number 17, authorizing the annual allotment of $150 for safety steel-toed shoes as per the personnel policy.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Councilman Blaisdell?
Yes.
Councilwoman Carr?
Yes.
Councilman Frolich?
Yes.
Councilman Isakson?
Yes.
Supervisor Zalata?
Yes. Resolution number 18, authorizing the annual allotment of $200 for safety glasses every 2 years. Okay. For the personnel policy.
So moved?
Second.
Any discussion?
Just to clear that up, an annual allotment of $200 every 2 years, does that mean they get $400 at the end of 2 years? Okay, just so everybody's clear. Thanks.
Councilman Blaisdell?
Yes.
Councilwoman Carr?
Yes.
Councilman Frolich?
Yes.
Councilman Isakson?
Yes.
Supervisor Zalata?
Yes. Resolution number 19, authorizing Highway Superintendent Dave Forbes and Deputy Highway Superintendent Jason Miller to take town trucks home in accordance with IRS regulations.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Any discussion?
I have a question. Why was Bill Lewis left out then?
I haven't had a chance to talk to Bill about that yet, but we just didn't think he needed to take the truck home.
Well, we That's been the policy for the last,
28 years.
yeah.
Well, I'll talk it over with
I
Bill
guess-
tomorrow, and we can change it.
My thought is, do you realize the burden it placed on the other people in the town that need to get a hold of the building inspector and have him respond in a...
I wasn't aware of,
And that's what I'm after is emergency services that use these people.
I was not aware of that depth of service, John. I'll talk to Bill tomorrow morning, and if we need to, we'll amend this. Or you know what, let's just add Bill right now. We can do that, right, to a motion? Can we amend the motion?
Resolution, if you want it.
Yeah, let's just add Bill.
Yeah,
Oh, you already had a,
we have a first and second.
I'm sure you continue with this one and then you just have one.
Okay. We'll just make another one, whatever the number would be. All right, that's fine. This is, yep,
All right,
number 19.
Councilman Blaisdell.
Yes.
Councilwoman Kerr.
Yes.
Councilman Frolich.
Yes,
Councilman Isakson.
Yes.
Supervisor Zalotnik.
Yes. Resolution 20, to approve the Town of Milton credit card use policy as follows. All credit card purchases require a signed purchase order. All company credit cards have an established credit limit. Credit cards will remain in a locked drawer in the office of the town controller until authorization is obtained from the supervisor. Receipts for credit card purchases must be submitted to the comptroller's office to be attached to the statement for payment. Any employee making unauthorized credit card purchases will be required to make restitution to the town within 10 days and may be subject to discipline. Current credit cards and authorized signers are, for Lowe's, Jason Miller, Dave Forbes, Russell Nowitney. For Staples, Brenda Howe, Dave Forbes, Jason Miller, Russell Nowitney. For the Visa card, Benny Zlotnick, William Lewis, and Jason Miller.
so moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Councilman Blaisdell.
Yes.
Councilwoman Kerr.
Yes.
Councilman Frolich.
Yes,
Councilman Isakson.
Yes.
Supervisor Zalotnik.
Yes. Resolution number 21, to appoint William J. Kinnery, attorney to the Planning and Zoning Boards at a salary of $21,000 and authorizing the supervisor to sign the contract for the term ending December 31st, 2020.
So moved.
second?
Any discussion? Councilman Blaisdell.
Yes.
Councilwoman Kerr.
Yes.
Councilman Frolich.
Yes,
Councilman Isakson.
Yes.
Supervisor Zalotnik.
Yes. Resolution number 22, authorizing the highway department to rent equipment not to exceed $20,000 per item.
I'll make that motion.
second?
Any discussion? Councilman Blaisdell.
Yes.
Councilwoman Kerr.
Yes.
Councilman Frolich.
Yes,
Councilman Isakson.
Yes.
Supervisor Zalotnik.
Yes. Resolution number 23, authorizing William Lewis to take home a town truck in accordance with IRS standards.
so moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Councilman Blaisdell.
Yes.
Councilwoman Kerr.
Yes.
Councilman Frolich.
Yes,
Councilman Isakson.
Yes.
Supervisor Zalotnik.
Yes. I think we're down to motions. Motion to approve Teresa Zaid as a supervisor's confidential secretary, 13 Whipple Tree Drive, Ballston Spa, New York, effective January 1, 2020.
I'll make the motion.
second?
Any discussion? Councilman Blaisdell.
Yes.
Councilwoman Kerr.
Yes.
Councilman Frolich.
Yes,
Councilman Isakson.
Yes.
Supervisor Zalotnik.
Yes. Motion to accept Brenda Howe's resignation from the assessor's office effective December 31st, 2019.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Councilman Blaisdell.
Yes.
Councilwoman Kerr.
Yes.
Councilman Frolich.
yes,
Councilman Isakson.
Yes.
Supervisor Zalotnik.
Yes. I apologize for the next 5 or 6, they're a little out of order. We were making changes and going along as we did. Like I said, this Windows 10 is a little goofier than 7, so we're going to get that figured out. Motion to appoint Meg Stevens to the planning board with term ending December 31st, 2026.
I'll make that motion.
Second?
Any discussion? Councilman Blaisdell.
Yes.
Councilwoman Kerr.
Yes.
Councilman Froelich.
Yes.
Councilman Isakson.
Yes.
Supervisor Zalati.
Yes. Motion to appoint Amanda Zawada to the position of deputy town clerk. She resides at 800 Arnold Street, number 18, Ballston Spa, New York, effective January 9, 2020.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Councilman Blaisdell.
Yes.
Councilwoman Kerr.
Yes.
Councilman Froelich.
Yes.
Councilman Isakson.
Yes.
Supervisor Zalati.
Yes. Motion to reappoint John Bartow as chairman to the planning board for a one-year term ending December 31st, 2020.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Councilman Blaisdell.
Yes.
Councilwoman Kerr.
Yes.
Councilman Froelich.
Yes.
Councilman Isakson.
Yes.
Supervisor Zalati.
Yes. Motion to appoint Laura Orminski provisionally as assessor's clerk effective January 9, 2020.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion?
Just as a point of interest, I know I sent a letter up from the Personnel Committee that recommended this appointment. I don't know if everybody got it. I left it with your confidential secretary.
Okay.
Councilman Blaisdell.
Yes.
Councilwoman Kerr.
Yes.
Councilman Froelich.
Yes.
Councilman Isakson.
Yes.
Supervisor Zalati.
Yes. Motion to reappoint Nancy Padula as an alternate to the planning board for a one-year term to end December 31st, 2020.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Any discussion? Councilman Blaisdell.
Yes.
Councilwoman Kerr.
Yes.
Councilman Froelich.
Yes.
Councilman Isakson.
Yes.
Supervisor Zalati.
Yes. Oh, now I lost my place. Where were we? Okay. Motion to reappoint Matt Akari to the zoning board of appeals with term. Oh, we do have to do Meg. All right, sorry about that. Motion to reappoint Meg Soden as chairwoman of the zoning board of appeals for a one-year term ending December 31st, 2020.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion?
Just that I did work on Meg Soden's political campaign, so I will disclose that.
Councilman Blaisdell.
Yes.
Councilwoman Kerr.
Yes.
Councilman Froelich.
Yes.
Councilman Isakson.
Yes.
Supervisor Zalati.
Yes. Motion to reappoint Matt Akari to the zoning board of appeals with term ending December 31st, 2024.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Councilman Blaisdell.
Yes.
Councilwoman Kerr.
Yes.
Councilman Froelich.
Yes.
Councilman Isakson.
Yes.
Supervisor Zalati.
Yes. Motion to reappoint J.D. Wood as alternate to the zoning board of appeals for one-year term ending December 31st, 2020.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Any discussion? Councilman Blaisdell.
Yes.
Councilwoman Kerr.
Yes.
Councilman Froelich.
Yes.
Councilman Isakson.
Yes.
Supervisor Zalati.
Yes. Motion to establish regular town board meetings on the second and fourth Wednesdays of the month at 7:30 PM. 7:30, Jim.
Thank you.
Okay. At the town offices, 503 Geyser Road, Ballston Spa, New York.
So moved.
I'll make that motion.
Somebody, or first, take copy. Frank made the motion.
Oh,
Frank made the
Speak into
motion.
your microphone, please. I'll second it
All
then.
right, any discussion? No discussion? Councilman Blaisdell.
Yes.
Councilwoman Kerr.
Yes,
Councilman Frolich.
Yes,
Councilman Isaacson.
Yes.
Supervisor Zalati.
Yes. Motion to reappoint James Craig to the position of town attorney at a salary of $52,053 per year.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Councilman Blaisdell.
Yes.
Councilwoman Kerr.
yes,
Councilman Frolich.
yes,
Councilman Isaacson.
Yes.
Supervisor Zalati.
Yes. Motion to reappoint MJ Engineering and Land Surveying, PC as town engineering with the municipal billing rate schedule effective 1/1/2020 and authorizing the supervisor to sign the contract.
so moved.
second,
Any discussion? Councilman Blaisdell.
Yes.
Councilwoman Kerr.
yes,
Councilman Frolich.
Yes,
Councilman Isaacson.
Yes.
Supervisor Zalati.
Yes. Motion indicating that the procurement policy has been reviewed and readopted by the town board.
So moved.
second,
Any discussion? Councilman Blaisdell.
Yes.
Councilwoman Kerr.
yes,
Councilman Frolich.
yes,
Councilman Isaacson.
Yes.
Supervisor Zalati.
Yes. Motion to appoint Barbara Kerr as delegate and Meg Stevens as the alternate for the Association of Towns 2020 Training School, an annual meeting to be held at the New York Marriott, February 16th through the 19th of 2020, and additional attendees will be voted on at the next meeting.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Any discussion? Councilman Blaisdell.
Yes.
Councilwoman Kerr.
abstain,
Councilman Frolich.
yes,
Councilman Isaacson.
Yes.
Supervisor Zalati.
Yes. Motion to authorize the planning board members, zoning board members, and building department to attend the Saratoga County Planning and Zoning Conference on Wednesday, February 5th at the Saratoga Spring City Center with the cost paid by the town not to exceed $1,440. Attendees,
Nope.
oh, okay,
Word
another,
again.
another word, okay.
so moved.
second,
Any discussion? Councilman Blaisdell.
Yes.
Councilwoman Kerr.
yes,
Councilman Frolich.
Yes,
Councilman Isaacson.
Yes.
Supervisor Zalati.
Yes. A motion to appoint the following people as department liaisons. John Frolich to the Highway Department, Barbara Kerr, Planning and Zoning Boards, Frank Blaisdell to Buildings and Grounds, Ryan Isaacson to the Building Department and the Town Court.
I'll make that motion.
So moved.
Second,
Any discussion?
this is a full-time position.
Yes.
Councilman Blaisdell.
Yes.
Councilwoman Kerr.
yes,
Councilman Frolich.
Yes,
Councilman Isaacson.
Yes.
Supervisor Zalati.
Yes. Motion to advertise for a part-time clerk in the Controller's office.
so moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Councilman Blaisdell.
Yes.
Councilwoman Kerr.
yes,
Councilman Frolich.
Yes,
Councilman Isaacson.
Yes.
Supervisor Zalati.
Yes. I have a letter here from the Superintendent of Highways dated January 1st. Attention town board members. Dear board members, this letter is to inform you that I have appointed Jason Miller as Deputy Superintendent of Highways this year as pursuant of Highway Law Section 1-6 Subtitle A, and Town Law Section number 32. Mr. Miller has signed his oath of office and it has been filed. Respectfully submitted, David C. Forrest. Any other business?
I have a couple of things, actually. The Personnel Committee had also sent out a recommendation to fill the town justice position. I didn't see it on here. I know the town court has been strapped for help because of the new bail laws and everything else, and I think that position should be filled.
And we will address that at our next meeting, John.
Is there a reason we're not doing it tonight?
This was an organizational meeting, and I had this discussion with you. If you want to do it tonight, we can do that. If not, we
I
can...
prefer to do it tonight.
Okay, that's fine. We advertised,
Correct,
we had applicants,
correct.
we had one applicant who turned his application in late. I think it sets a bad precedent if we're going to allow people to apply for positions late and then appoint that person. So I just don't think it's a good precedent to appoint someone who was late. So at the next meeting, if you want, we can appoint the other applicant.
Well, I guess what I discussed with you then was the fact that if you wanted to go by that premise, the first time we advertised for this position, there was only one applicant. And we failed to act on that one.
And the board agreed to,
That was sent out by the supervisor, who's the person to send out for advertising for that position. The second one was sent out by Brenda, not at the supervisor's request.
well, I had no knowledge of that.
And I think the fact that this gentleman was, in fact, one day late, he had turned it in on the 10th instead of the 9th. But yet, you people sit up here and say, we're going to hire the most qualified person for the position.
Well, I think if you're going to be qualified for position, you should be able to meet a deadline, John.
Well, all of us, everybody here has been late at some time or another.
Well, I guess I'd like to put an end to that. If you're going to apply for a job and it says you have to be in by a certain time, then apply for that position by that date.
So I take it we're going to vote on the other person then?
I think we said we're gonna be voting next week or next week.
Why wait?
I think the whole board needs to be informed about what's going on here.
I assume the whole board wasn't.
Well, I didn't receive your recommendation.
Well, I turned them in to the supervisor. I guess the supervisor didn't pass them on.
Maybe on the next agenda.
We can discuss this now if you want, John, or we can do it,
I
want to do it now?
think we did
We'll do it
correct.
tonight, that's fine. The other applicant was John Cromie.
Correct,
He met the deadline.
okay?
Going by that criteria, then the nominee or the appointment for town judge it should be John Cromie.
So we're not necessarily going to take what the Personnel Committee felt was the most qualified person for the job. We're just going to take somebody because they happen to be one day sooner or not.
They were in before the deadline, John.
Well, to be quite honest with you, Benny, and I'm going to bring it up right here, right now, I see 3 people up here that have a severe conflict to even vote on John Cromie.
I don't think we do.
Why not?
John worked on our campaign, that's no problem. He put his effort, he met the deadline. Had this other gentleman met the deadline, I wouldn't have a problem, but he did not,
Well,
John. They're
all
called
3 of
deadlines
you
for a
people
reason.
have received gifts from John Cromie in excess of $75.
Yeah.
Correct?
No, we have not.
Sure have.
No, we haven't.
He donated to your campaign in excess of $75.
A campaign contribution is not a gift to...
Why isn't it? You're a town employee.
John, you just voted for a person that you said you worked on their campaign.
I did,
Yeah,
because that's what,
Because you disclosed it, that's okay. You should have abstained from that vote.
okay, then I
Well,
go back and I
okay.
will abstain.
So
I don't have
I
a problem with you voting for it, John. It doesn't-
I guess if you want to go there, Barb, you had committee appointments that you made, and you people didn't disclose anybody that worked on your campaign, and there's a bunch of them.
Who worked on our campaigns?
Oh,
Yes, you're right. Sharon Licata worked on our campaigns,
Correct.
John. You are correct.
Mike,
Did not work on our campaign.
okay. Jim Fry,
Did not work on our campaign.
Meg Stevens,
Meg did work on it.
Yeah, Meg did.
and were any of these other people also contributors to your campaign?
Possibly.
You know?
As you are well aware, John, there's a level of reporting for contributions. If people are
Correct.
under that limit, they don't need to be recognized.
Okay. And I'm not saying that they do need to be recognized. My point is, I got hammered in my very first meeting here for not making disclosures over voting somebody to a position that was non-funded by this. It was a board position on the ethics board. I got hammered and brought up on ethics charges. Now, you people are gonna sit here tonight and say, I can vote on John Cromie, who donated to your campaign, who worked on your campaign, and say that that's okay, that that's not a violation of the ethics,
He's the only applicant we have.
then I guess we should re-advertise it.
Why do we have to re-advertise? We have an applicant.
But there's, as I see it right now, there are two people on this board that cannot vote on it.
That cannot,
Correct. You just said it, Barb.
the two people that cannot vote on it.
Correct.
Which
You
two?
and Benny.
Which,
Jim? What we
You
talked
just
about
said
earlier?
that, Barb. I should have abstained from the other
yeah,
one. So you should have abstained from this vote.
there hasn't been a vote yet.
But I'm just saying. Are you prepared to do that?
I will be at the next meeting to vote whatever way I find it necessary.
But I guess why are we waiting till the next meeting? We can't make a decision tonight?
We can make it tonight, sure.
You know, this really smells of cronyism.
You know it isn't.
Why do I not know? If you read the ethics, it says any gift accepted by you people is to be assumed that was given to you in contemplation of a favor. That's in our ethics code. You know, all I'm saying is let's be consistent on this board, because you people stand up here and you talk about ethics, 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 ethics.
Why wasn't this discussed outside of tonight's meeting?
Why does it have to be? I'm not afraid to
I
talk.
understand it kind of was between you and Benny with the
But I-
threat of bringing
truthfully-
it up at a public meeting.
Truthfully, I'm not afraid to talk in front of the constituents out there.
I'm not afraid either, because that was my seat, so it's catchy, I guess. But,
I'm not afraid either, John. I'm telling you, the other individual did not meet the deadline, so let's vote on who we have.
So the fact that the other individual had 25 years' experience with the Saratoga Police Department, after he retired from there, went and got a law degree, is admitted to 3 different states, spent his whole career doing criminal defense work, and also working for the Public Defender's Office, did more than 135 cases with the Public Defender's Office.
how much experience does he have in civil law?
Civil law? Okay, probably none.
Okay, and that,
Okay.
if I'm not mistaken, civil and criminal come through our
Correct.
our court.
And if I'm not mistaken, if we look at our court system, the amount of percentage of criminal versus a percentage of civil, it's about 95% to 5%.
Well, I'm not sure of those figures, I'd like to see those.
And I don't mean to
I'd like
pretend,
you know what, I'd like the opportunity to interview this gentleman
it's fine with me.
before we make a decision.
I'd agree with that.
Pardon?
I'd agree with that.
I think the whole board, it's an important decision, and I think the whole board needs the opportunity to interview him and meet him and discuss it.
Well, we know we can't do that more than
No, two of us
more
at
than
a
3
time.
people at a time.
Two at a time. Frank and John have already done that.
Well, I would like to set something up.
Pardon?
It's a sensible personnel committee, huh?
Fine, we'll set up, I will contact this individual tomorrow. We'll set up time for interviews, we can do that. So what you're saying is you want us to extend the deadline?
No, it's some deadline.
Well, if we're not going to extend the deadline, there's no, it really doesn't
Well-
serve anybody's purpose to interview this individual.
What I am saying is, you guys touted out in your campaign that you're gonna hire the most qualified person. You're gonna disqualify somebody because they're a day late. Not even look at their qualifications, just because they're a day late. Also, when I interviewed both candidates, I asked them some very simple questions. Do you intend to continue your practice after you become town justice? One day, one day.
Why would someone give up their legal practice for a $20,000 a year job, part-time?
Because he's retired, he's at the end of his career, and he said that he does not need to continue, and he also knew that being a criminal defense attorney would take him out of hearing a lot of cases.
And nothing to do with the fact that he was already getting a pension from the 25-year career at the police department.
Well, I'm sure that he is. But why does that have to do with anything? All I'm
Well,
saying
you
is...
just said that was the reason you picked him, is because he's willing to give up his career. Well, that's easy to do when you're already getting a pension from somewhere else.
I agree, but what I am saying is that this person is willing to devote his full time to the town justice.
John, if we put out bids for something to be done, and somebody gives us, and we have a deadline, you have to have your bid in for a new roof by January 15th. And the guy comes in on the 17th and says, oh, I didn't know about this, but here's my bid. What are we going to tell him?
Well, I've seen us extend deadlines before in this town.
We have a new supervisor and a new policy.
Mr. Supervisor, I could just interject.
Please.
I think at this point in time, we have it still on the, it's not on the agenda, this is probably not going to be popular. My suggestion is, we do wait to the next meeting, because it sounds like you have some more stuff to discuss. And Mr. Supervisor, what you alluded to a few minutes ago was the doctrine of necessity, and that's a doctrine that says in the event the board is unable to make a decision that by law it has to make, because due to conflicts, that those in conflict still can vote on that particular topic. The other issue I think we should address, and I spoke to you about this afternoon, is if Judge Brown is going to be forced to carry the weight for the next 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks, he's entitled to additional compensation for that, because he'll be doing the job of 2 judges. This is a 2-judge town, and if he has to handle all of the workload that comes through, he's entitled to additional compensation.
And I agree with you on that.
Yes, absolutely.
Is that going to be retro to November?
No, it's retro to the 31st when Judge Toro
But
retired.
in November, she was no longer accepting cases.
She retired officially on the 31st, which everybody well knows because everyone tried to
I
get her to
understand
change
that,
that.
but what I'm
Everyone
saying
tried
is-
to get, let's be honest, John, if you want to be honest, everyone tried to get her to change her date so there could be a special meeting, so you would have a 3-2 majority, okay?
Judge, I hate to put you on the spot, but when did Ms. Turo, I know she resigned the 31st, but when was she not active in the court anymore?
She effectively resigned on the 31st. I don't deal with her caseload, so I'm
You
not.
start taking the caseload. I have no issue with compensating you if you had that caseload, and if we can do that.
I mean, Jim just told me about this afternoon, and I didn't see you, today.
Yeah,
But if you-
I really don't want to be in the middle of an argument. I need some help. So,
Okay, when did you start doing extra cases? You had to be doing her caseload at some time.
we began transferring cases in October,
Okay.
just because we knew that she was going to, and I didn't want to have to spend 3 nights a week here in town court having court, because we just can't accommodate more than 50 people at a time, and it's hard to have one court and have 100 cases with, nobody comes by themselves, they come with their representatives, their friend, their mother, their father, whoever. So it's generally very crowded, so we try to spread it out. And I had agreed to take on the additional, till we got somebody that could come in and help out.
So we're looking at November, December, January, basically.
That's when we started transfer. We tried to do it amicably, and as I told you before, I was sorry to see her go. She's a very,
I think we all agreed with that.
very good
Yes.
town justice, and she's been a great resource for me. She's helped me out a great deal, and which I would like to extend to whoever's coming in as well. I bend over backwards to help them out. But the transfer of cases, you know, when she turned in her letter of resignation in October, that's about the time we started trying to get things so that it wasn't problematic with representation and having to send out a lot of letters. Postage is killing me right now with the new reform, and I've been here 3 days in a row now for over the 8 hours that I'm supposed to be here. So if you have any questions, I'll be glad to answer any questions.
Can I ask you a quick question, Tim?
Sure.
With the new bail reform, what has that done to your workload for your staff down in the court?
Well, effective with the new bail reform, I sympathize with my clerks because the new bail reform has caused a number of things. We have to call an attorney now for every after-hour arraignment, and that often extends. It affects me mostly in the middle of the night when I have to call an attorney, and that attorney 2 nights ago was Kurt Mauser, who lives in Schuylerville. He had to come here. I had to wait. I got here. The police and myself waited about an hour for him to get here, which is certainly not his fault, but it's part of the 18B counsel at first arraignments procedure. So it's extended the time that it takes to do an arraignment because it also extends the time that we have to spend sending out notices. We have to notify, we turn into what I refer to as babysitting. We have to notify them by their preferential method of advisement, either by telephone, by first-class mail, by email, and sometimes all three. And my one clerk I had spend, preparing for one court day, spend 8 hours sending out correspondence to make sure that the notifications were made. And these are all unfunded mandates, as you guys are well aware of the ramification of unfunded mandates. And I do hope that the legislature comes back and changes this. I've had, there's been a number of issues, and I could discuss it at another time. If somebody's interested, I'll gladly talk to you about it because I hope that we can influence our legislators to make some changes. But it's been anybody wants to come to the town court anytime, you'll see the difference as opposed to last year. But
no, I guess my question was, Tim, if you have a lot of burden now on your court staff, we also should be sitting down and talking about maybe adding to the court staff. We're not the ones that made this position. Our illustrious governor did.
I'd like to discuss that with the board at some time. I don't want to do it here tonight. I just.
No, not
No, that's
tonight.
not the thing for public discussion at this time.
But I'll have to answer any questions you have. I don't. It's.
No, I think John brought up a good point. If you're going to get swamped with paperwork and having to do things 2 and 3 or 4 times to make sure somebody gets to court on time, then you're going to need extra help.
And even I know the 2 applicants we have there that you're talking about are attorneys, but there's still a lot of loose ends. I mean, bank accounts have to be opened. We have to get approval. We have to get fingerprinting done. That's going to take, because you can't even get access to eJustice, the New York State computer system, without being fingerprinted. And that takes at least a month. So even though they can sit the bench right away, there's still some procedures that have to be done first, just as a formality. And I'm not saying they don't have the ability to take the bench. I'm just saying that there's a lot of things that have to transpire. So I would like to see sooner rather than later. But whatever you decide, I'll be happy to meet with anybody at any time to talk about that.
Thanks, Judge.
And just as a point, Barb,
Yes, sir.
I never had a 3-2 vote on this board for justice position. How do you figure that?
Well, why were you pushing for a special meeting before the 31st?
I talked to the incoming supervisor, correct, Benny?
Yes?
And I was very upfront and forward about it.
And it didn't happen.
It didn't happen.
We didn't have a special meeting.
Correct. other thing I think we need to set is a committee. We voted last month to have the rate hearing for the sewer works. But we need to have a committee together to set the parameters for that rate hearing and sit down and talk with the sewer company so they understand the parameters and can answer those questions before you ever have a rate hearing. So that is something else that we shouldn't be sitting on our hands.
Well, to be honest with you, John, we've really had our hands full the last couple of days trying to get just this paperwork out. You know, I'm aware that we need to set up something with Heritage, and I think before our next meeting, in 2 weeks, we can have something set up or ready to go. I know Heritage is ready to go. I know you've met previously with Heritage,
Correct.
with the previous supervisor. So I would like you to sit in on that with me so we have some kind of continuity. So you're aware of what's been happening, they know what's been happening. I don't think we need to start over with 2 new people from the board. So give me a call tomorrow, we can get a hold of Heritage and see when we want to set something up, when they want to set something up. All right?
You need to fill in for Judge for a couple of weeks, I'll be back.
So moved.
Can I make a motion to adjourn?
I need a second.
Second. Now,
Any discussion? Councilman Blaisdell.
Yes.
Councilwoman Kerr.
Yes.
Councilman Froelich.
yes.
Councilman Saxon.
Yes.
Supervisor Zalapkin.
Yes. Thank you. Good night. May your God bless you.